welcome you all. It's a pleasure for us to have you. You are no longer guineas. At this point, I think our staff, with the help of a lot of your predecessors, are experts in what they do, so you're really going to benefit from what they've got to present to you, and we hope that you will be taking this back into your classroom.
I am Ann Regan.
My name is Adrian Collins.
Babs Cohen.
My name is Rebecca Field. My name is Rita Berlin. I'm Director of Education here.
I'm Timothy Hensley. I'm the Director of the Carol Weinstein Holocaust Research Library. No, I'm Dr. Simon Simon. I'm the Assistant Executive Director here at the museum. I'm also Professor Emeritus of French and Holocaust Studies at the University of Wisconsin-Oshkosh.
For every 60 seconds at a middle school, and that's grades 6 through 10, for every 60 seconds that they
And I'm going to show you which stage that falls into. And you'll see that all these things that spring to your mind when you think of genocide are actually listed in those 8 stages.
A little more about the music of the Third Reich. These 3 composers are who Hitler and Goebbels said epitomized what German music should be.
The Enlightenment is going to see a movement from a stereotypical negative image to something that is more realistic, something that is more reflective of human beings, not of mythical monsters.
You need to remember that even though 1.5 million people died, children died, that's a lot of kids, every one of them was a person.
Now, as an art teacher, I can safely say that this is a pretty good piece. This is a good painting. He did watercolor. He's really great at linear perspective. Everything looks very real. But at that time period, they weren't interested in real.
The Theresienwiese would be seen as a model ghetto. The Nazis created it, and inside are barracks. This is one of those barracks today.
He talks about is the stratification system, which I was talking about earlier. And he talks about the different privileges that different kinds of prisoners get versus other kinds of prisoners. And that's one of the...
And we saw horrible things being done to people. I remember they brought soup and they spilled the soup outside. And the children were hungry, so they went to eat the soup, to grab a little bit, and they were shot. They shot them right away there.
Get away and go toward Russia, you know, because the Germans were advancing. But they caught up with us, and to make a long story short, I ended up in a concentration camp.
I didn't have tattoo on my arms like my husband had. But I have very painful memory engraved in my mind and my heart. I was only 14 years old when the war broke out.
And they asked me, what is my beruf? That means, what is my profession? Did I have a profession in this age? But whatever they said, I should go and pick rudebakers and potatoes. I'll do anything but just to go out from the barracks that we were in.
They sent me to a Catholic orphanage where I lived until the end of the war. And I remember, I was like 5, 6 years old, so there's not a whole lot that I really remember, except I do remember the Americans coming in, after the war and with their tanks and giving chewing gum and chocolate and candy to the kids.
But it has been a wonderful experience. And I want to thank you for the generations that you will touch. Because every time that you touch a child, as Mr. Weinstein says, there is a ripple effect. And that child touches another one.
I was asked to participate, along with the whole school, in our Night of Remembrance, and I just felt so limited when I did. My students did participate, but I just felt like I had so little knowledge to, you know, help them to understand and to share. And now, I'm already thinking about what I'm going to do for, you know, next April's Night of Remembrance, and I feel a little better equipped. And I know I still have a lot more to learn, but I thank you.